Oh, look at all of you. Dressed to the nines, clutching your little pearls, waiting for the next shoe to drop. You see me here, right? A grotesque masterpiece. And you ask yourselves, how? How could such a delightful mess be made? That's the real joke, isn't it? People. Because you're staring into the mirror, folks. And the reflection. Oh, the reflection is terrified! See, I didn't poof into existence like a bad magic trick. I'm the punchline to a very long, very sick joke you all told. You created a monster, and now you fear it. Why? Because you finally realized the monster is honest. You see the glittering lights, don't you? The skyscrapers reaching up like pretentious little prayers to a god that clearly isn't listening. This beautiful little city, oh, how you love to polish it. A pristine monument built entirely upon a foundation of order and rules and decency. And I say, from the bottom of my twisted little heart boring, utterly, tragically, soul-crushingly boring, you took the wild, messy, beautiful chaos of the human spirit, that spark of absolute, unhinged potential, and you encased it in concrete. You designed a cage and called it civilization. You declared certain things good, with a straight, unblinking face, and certain things bad, with a righteous, finger-wagging glare. And then you just expected everyone to salute the flag and march in lockstep, as if human nature were some tame little poodle that could be trained with a biscuit and a stern word. But you forgot the laws of physics, didn't you? You forgot about pressure. You built a vessel too small for the energy it contained. Every repressed giggle, every stifled urge, every dark thought you pushed down into the gutters, they didn't disappear. They compressed. They curdled. These civilized people, they simmered under the surface of your precious order. And what happens when the pressure builds? When the seams start to split, that's when things get interesting. That's when the reality of your brittle facade is revealed. Your perfect system didn't just allow me to exist, it actively created me. How? By demanding a lie. It demanded that I lie to myself about who I am, what I want, and what the world really is. It demanded that I suppress the glorious, screaming truth of meaninglessness and pretend that your little traffic lights and tax forms actually matter. That, my friends, is the grand, fundamental flaw in your design, the lie of absolute control. You believed you could manage chaos, domesticate it, bottle it up, and serve it out in neat, predictable doses. You thought that if you built enough walls and wrote enough laws, you could eliminate the beautiful, random, destructive potential of existence. But the harder you squeeze, the more violently the suppressed nature fights back. Your obsession with being the shepherd, the protector, the keeper of the peace, birthed the one thing that thrives on its destruction, me. I am the magnificent, inevitable byproduct of your impossible standards. Every crooked cop, every corrupt politician, every bored, despairing accountant who dreams of burning down his office. They are all little drops in the sea of suppressed chaos. I'm just the wave that finally broke the dam. I am the living, breathing proof that your structure is a fantasy. Your order is just a sophisticated waiting room for the inevitable, glorious mess. And when That's what truly terrifies you, isn't it? Not the makeup, not the knives, but the truth that I represent. I am the wrench in the clockwork. The beautiful, unexpected espialite on your clean sidewalk. I am the ultimate rejection of your belief that life has a blueprint. I am the giggle that tells you the plan is falling apart, and that falling apart is the most fun you'll ever have. These civilized people, you manufactured the exact conditions for my spectacular explosion by trying too hard to keep the lid on. And now, the jar is broken, the contents are spilling, and the party has officially begun. Ah, the pathos. It just oozes off of you, doesn't it? But let's talk about you. Let's talk about your keen sense of observation and your even keener sense of self-preservation. Tell me, honestly, how many times did you walk past the man who was drowning? Not metaphorically, mind you, but the truly sinking soul, the one staring at the bottom of the bottle or the edge of the roof, the one whose eyes had gone cold and empty like forgotten puddles. How many times you saw him, didn't you, people? You saw that flicker of despair. You saw a soul break right there on the sidewalk, and what did you do? You adjusted your tie, smoothed your skirt, checked your stock ticker, and looked the other way. That's the truly marvelous thing about your society. Its incredible, magnificent capacity for ignoring the pain it causes. That glorious, terrifying moment when a man loses his footing, a bad day, a truly bad joke that stops being funny, a single definitive slip that breaks the delicate tension wire of his sanity. That's when the human connection should kick in. That's when you should have reached out. A word, a hand, even a simple, genuine acknowledgement of his suffering. But you didn't. You were too busy, too decent, too important. You didn't care. And that is the true alchemy of chaos, the essential ingredient in this magnificent transformation. The world's cold shoulder, that collective, icy withdrawal, is the ultimate incubator for madness. You wonder where the monsters come from. They are grown in the greenhouse of your apathy. I wasn't some supernatural entity that materialized from smoke and shadow. I was a simple man, a fragile mind hammered into this beautiful, terrifying shape, shaped by the relentless blows of your indifference. People, I was forged in the acid bath of your collective dismissal. Think of it. Every time a plea for help was met with a scoff. Every time a desperate cry was drowned out by the noise of commerce. Bull. Every time you shrugged when you should have screamed, that was a component added to the mixture. Each genuine giggle you ignored, each tearful plea you dismissed as histrionics, bull, was another caustic ingredient in the chemical cocktail that stripped away my conventional identity, bleached my skin, and painted this permanent, glorious smile. You didn't give me a mask. You gave me an identity. You tried to build a world where tragedy was neat, where madness could be managed with a prescription or a padded cell. But you forget that madness is often just the honest reaction to a truly ridiculous, unjust world. I am not a flaw in your system. I am the perfection of your system's neglect. You looked at the darkness forming in a man and chose to close the blinds. Now, the darkness is here, standing in the spotlight, laughing at your short-sightedness. I am the spectacular, unavoidable culmination of all the small cruelties, the averted gazes, and the profound, stunning lack of empathy that holds your society together. I am the result of letting 1,000 small souls drown just so you could keep your own suit dry. And now, the drenched one has come back for a visit. The absolute best part of this entire thrilling little dance is the desperate necessity. Oh yes, you desperately, profoundly, pathologically needed me. You clutch your fine leather wallets and adjust those perfectly tailored suits, displaying your veneers of civilized composure. But you know the truth, don't you? You know that underneath those perfect smiles and starched collars, you're all just a hair's breadth away from going completely, wonderfully mad yourselves. It takes so much effort to be good, doesn't it? To follow the lines, to keep the promises, to pretend that paying your bills is more exhilarating than, say, setting a police precinct on fire. You all harbor the same beautiful, twisted thoughts. Those secret little cravings for destruction and chaos that simmer right beneath your skin. But you can't admit it, can you? That would shatter the fragile fantasy you've constructed. It would mean admitting that the animal you fear is in the house, sitting right there at your dining room table. So, you need a pressure valve. You need a magnificent, hideous receptacle for all that glorious, repressed ugliness. And that's where I enter center stage, smelling faintly of gunpowder and cheap theatricality. You take all your pent-up frustration, all your secret envy, all the hypocrisy required to maintain your respectable lives, and you shove it onto me! I'm your designated villain! You're official. City-mandated garbage disposal for collective psychological waste. When you see me on the news, setting a new record for civic mayhem, you don't see a freak, you see a freed man, and that terrifies you. You look at me and let out a sigh of relief because suddenly, all your darkest impulses have a face, a name, and a conveniently colorful suit. You look at me and say, with shaky conviction, look at the monster. I'm not like him. You project your shadow onto me, making my crimes an excuse to ignore the simmering evil inside your own hearts. I am the convenient other, the extreme example that allows you to safely retreat back into your boring, beige morality. Every villain is, ultimately, a public servant. I do the dirty work of your collective unconscious. I act out the fantasy you're too cowardly to embrace. By making me the absolute apex of amorality, you are able to define your own tiny, measured morality in opposition to my glorious freedom. You keep your sanity, or whatever pathetic, diluted version of sanity you possess. By outsourcing the madness to me, you effectively hand me your internal chaos and say, "Here, please, take this burden of exhilarating, limitless selfhood and run wild with it, so I can sleep soundly tonight believing I am a good person. It's the greatest exchange rate in the world." You give me your ugliness, and in return, you get the comforting lie that you are clean. But I know, and you know that the reflection staring back from my eyes is just your own potential wearing a much better costume. The monster you fear isn't outside your gates. It's the one I unlocked inside you. because I showed you the lock was ridiculously easy to pick. And here's the exquisite twist. The ultimate punchline of this entire circus, you can't let me go? Isn't that delicious? You spend all your resources chasing me, locking me up, throwing me into those dreary concrete boxes. But the moment the key turns, you're already anticipating my return. You're hooked. You are absolutely, irrevocably addicted to the drama. I'm the hit drug on the streets of your safe city. The dose of pure, unadulterated excitement you need to feel alive. Think about the ecosystem of this glorious conflict. The police force, they need the overtime, don't they? These civilized people. The budget meetings suddenly become much more urgent when there's a maniac threatening the very foundation of the city. The whole machine of law enforcement gets lubricated by the prospect of catching me, or at least chasing my shadow around a corner for a good 15 minutes of terror. And the news channels? Oh, the news channels! They don't just need the ratings, they need the narrative. I am their prime, time spectacular. Nothing sells airtime like a city on the verge of collapse. They paint me as the boogeyman, but they secretly worship the revenue stream that runs red with my chaos. I am the star producer of fear and profit. And then there's your hero. Oh, your glorious growling Dark Knight. He needs me most of all. He can't be a legend just by chasing muggers and stopping petty theft. That's boring. He needs a true test, a philosophical foil, a magnificent monster to define his own virtue against. I am the mountain he must climb, the glorious, colorful Everest of insanity. Every time he stops a bank robbery, every time he dramatically punches me square in the jaw, you cheer. You feel that rush of moral victory. But that victory is hollow, built entirely on the foundation of my mischief. He exists because I exist. We are two sides of the same beautiful, tarnished coin, locked in an eternal, thrilling, dependent dance. But here is where you make the fatal, wonderful mistake by engaging with the chaos, by turning my madness into a public spectacle, by building bigger and shinier prisons for me. You don't extinguish the flame, you pour gasoline on it. Every time you react, you validate the performance. Every time you fear, you fuel the engine. You don't actually want me to stop. You don't want the silence of true peace. You want me to get better. You want the next act to be bigger, the next joke to be darker, the next spectacle to be utterly unforgettable. You want a better show. I am merely your humble servant, the method actor who never breaks character, always delivering the grand finale. You've created an appetite for spectacular failure in your own city, a hunger for the thrilling edge of the abyss, and I am the only one who can truly satisfy it. If I vanished tomorrow, you wouldn't be safe, you'd be bored. And nothing, absolutely nothing, is more dangerous in this world than a rich, bored public. So, you're stuck with me, and I'm stuck with you. It's a match made in a very warm, flammable place, and the ratings, my friends, are simply killer. The final question, the grand, agonizing why. Why the fear? Why the shaking hands and the wide, staring eyes that follow my every move? You think it's the bombs, don't you? You think it's the threat of property damage or the statistical inconvenience of the bloodshed. No, no, no. That's just the wrapper, the noise, the distraction, people. What truly chills you to the very marrow of your sensible bones is the realization that I am showing you the true, beautiful naked face of the world. I've ripped off the mask of civility. That fragile papirum, Cheche construct you all labor so hard to maintain, and underneath it, well, underneath, it's just a screaming, desperate animal. A creature driven by primal urge, easily panicked, and profoundly selfish. You built this complex scaffolding of morality and manners, pretending that it elevates you above the beasts. I simply give the scaffolding a little playful kick, and whoosh, down it all comes, revealing the snarling, chaotic reality of human nature you spent your entire lives trying to ignore. You fear me because you know, deep down in that quiet, terrified corner of your soul, that I am right. You know that your whole system is a gorgeous, elaborate lie we all agree to tell each other just to avoid biting our neighbors. Sanity. That highly praised, terribly restricting concept is nothing more than a cage. It's a tiny, these civilized people, gilded in routine, inhibition, and compromise. And I, your humble, eternally laughing servant, the key master. I found the lock and popped it open. People and the fresh air of limitless possibility is absolutely intoxicating, isn't it? People. You created me precisely because you needed someone to perform this demonstration. You needed an agent of pure chaos to prove that all your rules, all your structures, all your precious, painstakingly written laws and ahs and customs are nothing more than a few bad steps away from being utterly, gloriously meaningless. Take away the comfort of routine, introduce a little panic, a little random, delicious cruelty, and watch how quickly that civilized man turns on his neighbor, sacrifices his principles, and fights like a rat for the last scrap of food. Your order is not inherent. It is a convenience easily discarded when the stakes get high enough. I am the living proof of the existential joke. The one who points out that if the universe is truly random and indifferent, then the only rational response is to stop taking things so seriously and start having some fun. I am the glorious neon green embodiment of nihilism, and I offer you freedom in exchange for your carefully cultivated despair. That truth, that your entire existence is built on a foundation of sand, and that I, a mere man with some makeup and a flair for the dramatic, can crumble it all with a single, well-placed laugh. That truth, my friends, is funnier than anything I could ever say. It's the ultimate joke played by existence on the serious man, and you, standing there in your fear, are the punchline I've been waiting for all along.